Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here, and we've returned back to Steins Gate. And then the last time around we saw the Faris ending of the game. Now this time around we won't see an ending, which is why this time we're going to use the phone. And use it now. Jake and Ransom, I love you Papa, see you soon. Send it. And time divergence is increased by 0.05 at most. In chapter 8, fracture and whatever that says. I didn't make out what that word meant. My head spins. I feel faint. Slowly the world recesses itself. I have teleported back to the lab development room. Faris is standing next to me. Mayuri Shiina is telling me that world line has changed. Additionally, the injuries the vile attackers inflicted on my body have vanished. So is the pain. Hello. Faris is standing in the centre of the room looking around. The tears that were in her eyes just a moment ago are gone. Kyōma, do you know where Faris's phone went, Nya? Just a moment ago, Faris was fighting to hold back her tears, but then Faris is no more. In her place is the usual cute, cheerful Faris, with an impish smile on her face. I look around the phone in my hand. It's not my phone, but one with several cute, girly cat doll phone straps attached. Here's your phone. Nya? Faris walks up to me with a teasing smile on her face. She pokes at my finger with an index finger. Kyōma, did you see what was inside, Nya? Faris gently takes her phone from my hand. If you did see it, then please forget about it, Nya. Can't let that cat out of the bag, Nya, or else they will awaken, Nya. Come on, Kyōma. You're supposed to say something, Nya, like, who the hell are they or something, Nya? I'm sorry. Before we sent the email, Faris said she didn't want to forget, and I lied that she would surely remember. Kyōma's acting weird. You're usually acting all pompous, and Nya. I embraced Faris suddenly, pulling her to me as tightly as I can. Okay. I'm sorry. Faris remembers nothing. Nothing about her victory at the Raynet tournament. Nothing about our escape from the vile attackers. Nothing about her father riding up in his limousine to save her. Nothing about how we talked in the bedroom, yeah. Nothing. She remembers nothing. Everything that happened on that world line was undone. What happens to the world line? That world line? I don't know. Maybe like Shusa said, it still exists as another possible world line, or maybe it ceased to exist the moment I sent the email. You have to be a god to observe each and every world line, so it's pointless to worry about it. But one thing is clear, I can never return to that world line again. Faris can never see her father again. Kyōma, but this is really bold of you. Miyushi's in the next room, she'll find out, you know, Nya. I'm sorry. The only thing I can do is apologise. On this world line, Mayuri invited Faris to come hang out at the lab. Apparently, she came to see a costume Mayuri had made. Katikan had a fight with her boyfriend. How did I get them to make up? Miyushi's never never had a fight with anyone, so I think it's mysterious. I can't fight with the person I like. That's because you're a gentle girl, Mayuri. Yeah, it is mysterious. Why are people so cruel to each other? Since when do you have someone you like? I figured you put food before romance. That's not very nice at all. Just agree to disagree. Faris has work afterwards, so she'll soon leave the lab. After seeing Faris off, I head towards the Yanabashi shrine. On the way, I stopped at Kuju Jewelry and took a look around. They're back. The most stores exist again. Animate, Tananuro, Mandrake, Gamers, Lamtara, Melonbooks, Astrobit City. They all returned to be streets of Akiba. There's a gigantic anime-themed banner hanging from the soft map building. Maids walk the street, handing out leaflets. Cosplaying girls advertise in storefronts. But return of this familiar sight brings no relief to my heart. There is only pain, for everything I see confirms that Faris has lost her father. But I can't stop here. I shake my head and hurry to the shrine. On the way, I've noticed that the satellite is missing from Radican's rooftop. Of course it is. Shishisa's gone. She was gone on the 9th. This is the 14th. 5 days after. And Mayuri's demise is delayed by another day as well. I think I accidentally said gay about it. I don't mean to do that. The thought brings a new pain of grief to my heart. Before this is over, how much more pain will I shoulder? I pass beneath the archway and enter the silent courtyard. I walk up to the main building and jab the intercom. After a few presses, I get a reply. Hello there. Who is it? Ah, Obacha-san. Lukako comes out. Girly as always. No, that's not happened yet. No, wait, this is... Yes. Someone should have donated an old computer to the shrine several years ago. Can you ask your dad about it for me? An old computer? I think Lukako went pale when I mentioned a computer. She lowers her face immediately, so I can't be certain. I go call my dad. Lukako hurries inside. It looks like she knows something. Lukako's dad soon appears. Well, if it isn't Hōōin Kyōma, thank you for taking care of my daughter. I rush for a greeting and get down to business. If I'm not mistaken, there was an old computer donated to the shrine about 10 years ago. Do you know about it? An old computer? Why, yes, I do remember that. Really? Yes, finally. I returned to the world line with an IBM 5100. Please, I need to see it. Sure, please wait here. Lukako's dad heads inside the sanctuary in the back. It's not there. Lukako has been silent this whole time. She keeps touching her hair and looking around nervously. Something is definitely wrong with her. Maybe think back and think why. Are you afraid of me? Huh? I understand. I mean, yes, you did. Yeah. Yeah, it was. No. Shakes her head in an unnatural way. I've never heard of it. But when I called you before, it sounded like you knew about it. No, Lukako's looking more and more uncomfortable. Maybe I'm pushing her too hard. I should back off. Or maybe she knows something. I did a terrible thing. Yeah, you did. So it might be better I stop treating her as my disciple. I need to treat her like a lady from now on. If I don't, yes. But how exactly do I treat her like a lady anyway? I just treated everyone the same pretty much. Oh no. Because it's embarrassing? Yes. Why does this girl so lacking in confidence? Don't know. But she didn't say her reason for to gain confidence in the first place. And yes, she's a girl now, but she still seems the same inside. That's strange. Lukako's dad returns. His timing is good. My conversation with Lukako wasn't going anywhere. Did you find it? I try asking just in case, but he looks confused. Obviously something unexpected has happened. Well, I couldn't find it. You couldn't find it? I remember receiving an old computer, but it's not in the storehouse anymore. The IBM 5100 isn't here. I press my hands to my temples and sniff for a groan. The road line is still twisted. The IBM 5100 is like a mirage floating in front of me. I can see it, but never reach it. Pardon my asking, but the PC was donated by Akiba Rim Show, correct? How do you know? Did you know her by chance? We're friends. Rumi Shan has grown up to be a splendid young lady, hasn't she? It was when she was still in the elementary school. She came to visit with her butler. But why did her computer disappear? I thought someone might have stolen it, but everything else is untouched and the lock wasn't broken. This contradicts Lukaku's statement. Lukaku said she didn't know about the IBM 5100. You've been cleaning the sanctuary the past few years, haven't you? Once again, Lukaku hangs her head, almost shaking with fear. Her hands are trembling. What's wrong? I try asking again, but she doesn't raise her head. You don't know anything. The look on her face betrays her. Lukaku is lying, but why? Remember, she shouldn't even know about the IBM 5100. Why does she know? But because the world line changed, there's no other answer. Her demo must be the cause. In Faris' case, I didn't know what the demo was about, but in Lukaku's case, I already knew what it is. Yes, but demo must have influence beyond. Yeah. It somehow changed the location of the IBM 5100. It was like when that was Shushusa and with Faris. I couldn't help but think that the universe itself is keeping the IBM 5100 away from me. At any rate, when Lukaku sent her demo, reading Steiner activated, meaning the demo changed the world line. If the IBM 5100 won't return to me on this world line, then my next stop is to cancel Lukaku's demo. In other words, I need to turn Lukaku back into a guy. Suddenly I feel dizzy. It's not heatstroke and it's not reading Steiner. How am I going to explain this to Lukaku herself? Just the other day, when I called Lukaku a guy, she cried. Then Kyusha and Mayuri gained up on me. But I get Lukaku to go back to being a guy without stirring up yeah, can you? This is going to be tough. Maybe I should consult someone about this. At first I considered consulting Kurisu, but I don't think I should talk to a girl at this time. Let's think a little. I visit Tanuchi's house. The divergence meter is here. I need to know what it says. Cancelling Faris' demo appears to have raised the value by about 0.05. Little by little, I'm approaching the goal of 1% divergence. The number gives me courage. Afterwards, Tanuchi recounts his memories of Hashida Shusa, just as he did on the previous world line. I stay until he's finished. It's past 6 AM when I get back to the lab. Hello. Welcome back, Aline. There are two girls in the lab, Mayuri and Kyusha. Okaline. Well, welcome back. Flows so well into Okaline. Doesn't it? When you put them together, it's doubly delicious. It's not delicious. It's a greeting. I can only use Okaline, so why not? Where's Daru? Probably at May Queen. May Queen. So that's bad too. So when Faris said she had work, she meant at May Queen. What about you, Mayuri? You work there too, don't you? Of course I do. You know that, Okaline. You're so weird. Mayuri's taking a break to prepare for Kamima tomorrow. The timeline has been corrected, it seems, at least in the past. I should stop by May Queen when I have time. I'll visit some time when Mayuri and Faris are working. I don't realise until it was gone, but I think I really like that maid's cafe. Kyusha's reading a Western book. It's the same book as always. It's pretty hefty, so it must take a long time to read. I walk past and enter the development room. There sits the time leap machine. Today is Saturday, the 14th of August. The first time Mayuri died happened on Friday the 13th. After Shusa's sacrifice changed the world line, Mayuri died on the 14th instead. Her death was delayed to 24 hours exactly. If that pattern continues, her death on this world line should occur tomorrow, the 15th. Just to be safe, I should buy a few days with the time leap machine. I'll need to solve the Lukaku problem. I should time leap right away. Just before entering the lab, I peeked into the laundry workshop, so there's no problem there still. Will Mayuri really die in a fifth? Okay. So you're telling me to phone some? Okay. Phone wave. Why can I call the phone wave? I am unsure of this matter, which I'm saving there. I must not rest until then. I need to time leap now. I can always time leap later. I put away my phone and take a deep breath. I don't want to sacrifice anyone else. I know it's unreasonable, but I hope that nothing will happen on this world line. A foolish dream, perhaps, but still. Nothing happens on the 14th. Marika's group doesn't appear at the lab, and Mayuri doesn't get involved in any accidents. So far, so good. The problem is tomorrow. This time at 7:30. My preparations are complete. The time leap machine is set, mod snake is primed, and the remote control for the TV downstairs is ready. It's almost second nature to me now. Komima starts it today, so Mayuri's back in Ajikra since this morning. I told Daru not to come to the lab today, but to keep an eye on Mayuri instead. So even if Marika's group does show up, they have a low chance of killing Mayuri. Will the randos come on this world line? We'll soon find out. 7:35. The door isn't kicked open. Instead... Hello, Daru. Something's wrong. What happened, Daru? Some guys came out of nowhere. They took Miyushi. I think they wanted me. I ran, but Miyushi... What do I do, Oakley? It's around us, they kidnapped her. And then they'll probably kill her. To them, Mayuri is expendable. I grind my teeth in frustration. It didn't work. I still haven't averted Miyuri's death. I tossed Modsake on the couch. The preparations were a waste. Mayuri died somewhere else. I hang up and walk to the development room. And so once more I send my memories to the past. Yes, as we're on this world line, any sort of time leaps will be on the world line too. It doesn't matter what day, it's the world line that matters. An unpleasant sound pierces my ears, my vision ripples, my flesh and my soul momentarily feel separate. I grab my right wrist, I close my eyes, take deep breaths, and wait for my pulse to return to normal. The worst is over, and that's left is a headache. Now I have my answer. Mayuri's death is still fixed, just as in my heart I knew it would be. The change merely delayed it by 24 hours. I need to cancel Lukaku's email. I sat down in the piping chair and tried to come up with a plan. Nothing. I've been searching for a way to tell Lukaku the truth, but every mental simulation I run ends with her in tears. I suppose that's to be expected. After all, I've already seen it happen once. I mistook Lukaku for a guy and she ended up in tears. I mean, Lukaku cries just about anything. To approach the topic would now be like poking an open wound. Damn, it looks like I have no choice but to ask Kurisu. She's a girl, so she should understand how Lukaku feels. I called Kurisu out to the bench in front of the raunchy workshop were alone. It seems serious. Yes, I have a difficult problem that requires delicacy to resolve. Delicacy? That's like the exact opposite of what anyone expects from you. That's why I need to ask a girl. Plus, you're my assistant, so I need to save my ass this instant. Oh, you. Why do you need to ask a girl anyway? I gave her a rundown, including how many times I've time looped and what happened to Kurisu and Faris. How many times I've explained this to her now. This time she believes me more readily than I expected. The only thing she doesn't believe me is the story about Lukako. I know it's totally ridiculous. But it's the truth. Was the truth. So basically, she wrinkles her brow and thought. She looks like Hashida. I got a mental image here for a second. Judging by expression, so did it. Yeah. We grimace. Hey, hold your horses. I never said Lukako looks like a guy. He actually looked pretty much the same. He was always androgynous, so much you couldn't help but think he was secretly excess female hormones or something. As a result, I didn't even notice that Lukako became a girl at first and made a fatal mistake. He looks like she does now. Kurisu's gaze wanders off for a bit. Acceptable. What? Anyway, you want to turn her back into a guy? Unless we do, Mayuri dies. Mayuri's life is tied to Okabe's danger. That's so crazy, it doesn't seem real at all. Have you come up with a solution? Of course, I have Lukako turn back into a guy. I don't know if she's going to appreciate that. That's why I'm consulting you, so I can find a way to do this while hurting her the least. I took a mouthful of Dr. P in a vain attempt to quiet my frustration. If only I hadn't been so careless. I shouldn't have let so many people send D-mails. This is my punishment. I must shoulder the pain for everyone who used a D-mail. Kurisu, Faris, and now Lukako. Regret won't change anything. There's only one piece of advice I can give. Christina sighs. Okay. Don't say anything to Oshiba-san. What do you mean? Basically on what you told me, you have the advantage this time. You already know the contents of the D-mail. So you don't have to tell her, him, you don't have to tell Oshiba-san. Just send a cancellation D-mail. You mean pose as Lukako and send the mail to her mother myself? If the world line changes, then that will all be undone. In which case, ethical concerns don't really matter. The end justifies the means. A philosophy worthy of a scientist. Just one problem. I don't know her mother's page number. Yeah, why didn't you... That would seem logical. I didn't think I would need it. Kurisu clicks her tongue. She rubs her brow with her fingers while muttering and thinking. What if we just ask for a page number directly? Think of a good excuse. That's going to look suspicious. That's not a vain and arrogant Okabe, I know. Vain and arrogant. That was all uncalled for. I don't have the time to be Hōōin Kyōma now. Just make up some nonsense like you always do. I mean, you know how gullible she is, right? Wow, I hate myself for saying that. I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad girl. Kurisu hangs her head. Maybe I should just tell her the truth. Sincerity will work better than underhanded tactics, I think. A mad scientist, sincere, that's a good one. It's more like you to say, I will brainwash her. I'm being serious, damn it. I will shoulder Lukaku's pain. That's my responsibility. When I cancel that D-mail, the fact that she was a girl will be undone. I'm the only one who can carry that burden. So what are you telling to me? What are you talking to me for? Go to her now and tell her what you told me. Yeah, you're right. That's my only choice. as always. There are only a few worshippers at the shrine. I guess that's how it can keep its dignified silence, even though it's less than a 10-minute walk from Akiba's shrine. Okabe-san. Lukako is sweeping the courtyard. I'm sorry. I left Samandri in my room. No, that's okay. Really? Well, rubbish. Now that we're face to face, I can't bring myself to tell her the truth. Is something wrong? Well, I recall Lukaku's crying face. She looked very sad when I called her a guy. If possible, I don't want to make her cry again. No, why am I acting so weak? I can't stop here. I swore I would do anything to save Mayuri. And when Lukaku said he he probably only sent it out of curiosity. If I explain everything properly, I doubt she'll refuse to become a guy again. I grab her by the shoulders and pull her close. Lukaku's cheeks instantly turn bright red. Please listen to me carefully. The truth is... Silence. Or so I thought when tears start welling up in Lukaku's eyes again. About Mayuri's fate, about how to avoid it. Finally, I'm done. This is more role-playing, right? No. This is all true. I've witnessed her death countless times. I'm sorry. I know I'm being selfish, but I'm begging you to save Mayuri. No. Why do I have to hear it from you of all people? What's to be embarrassed about? I have a harder time thinking of you as a girl anyway. Like someone poked over. Yeah. Her crying has stopped. What did I do? She lowers her head and looks at me. Then she smiles, a soft, sorrowful smile. She doesn't stop even when I call her. She disappears into the shrine office. It turned out just as my mental stimulations proceeded. I sigh and leave the shrine, dejected. I need to come up with a plan. When I get back to the lab, I take Kurisu out of the bench and explain what happened. Kurisu listened with an annoyed expression the whole time. When I finish, she glares at me and says, "You raised a flag. What are you talking about? Don't you get it? You raised a flag. Or I guess you called it, say you tripped over a flag. That was already raised. You mean a death flag? Why, it's a romance flag, genius. A romance flag." Kurisu thrusts her fingers at me. When her beloved Hōōin Kyōma told she was a guy, it tore her pure maidenly heart into tiny little pieces. In other words, your plan was a massive failure. She sure is calm when it's my neck on the line. Love is trouble. There's no formula of calculating people's feelings. Too many unknowns to solve for. She shakes her head like she can't imagine anything worse. Yeah, this girl never be in love. The direct approach was a mistake. It'll be even harder to persuade her now. You should think of another way this time, like asking her mother directly. But I am sure the Ushibara family already thinks of you as the man who made... Okay, daughter, so they might have their guard up. Lukaku likes me. I don't want to believe it. I mean, I approach the sentiment, but... When do you think I first set off that romantic romance flag? How should I know? I mean, think about it. Oh my god, no, that's no. That's just your perspective. Think in terms of the current world line. Right, it makes perfect sense still. Will changing Obish's gender to male really bring the IBM 5100 back? Something is different from the previous world line. According to Lukaku's father, the IBM 5100 was definitely at Yanabashi Shrine. So Shooter gave it to Faris' dad after he died. Faris donated it to Yanabashi Shrine. That sequence is the same as on the world line where I obtained the IBM 5100. So you're gradually approaching the original world line. You know, I've been thinking, you really shouldn't be able to change world lines so easily. What makes you say that? I mean, there are 6 billion people in the world. It doesn't make sense that switching a single person gender caused such a huge change in the world line. According to Shusa, taking different actions after a time leap will only change divergence by around 0.00001%, if at all. But when I cancelled Darius's D-mail, there was a 0.05 change. It is pretty big. What does Anami-san have to say about that? The year 2010 is a major attractive field junction, and the key is whether or not I obtain an IBM 5100. Maybe a divergence meter actually measures your distance to the IBM 5100. In any case, what you're saying is that all of the D-mails we sent has an influence in the IBM 5100 location somehow. There are also some D-mails that didn't activate Winnie Steiner. So just cancel the D-mails that activated Winnie Steiner, and the IBM 5100 might come back to you. The main D-mails were sent by Lukaku and... Kuri Morika. I don't want to see that woman again if I can help it. In any case, I should focus on Lukaku right now. So what should I do about Lukaku? Just go out with her. Seriously? If there's nobody like you, then there's no reason not to. Is there? Get close and help her work through her feelings. Then she'll probably tell you what you need to know. Mayuri dies in 2 days. I don't have time for that touchy-feely stuff. Suddenly Kurisu's face turns grave. Only consider this as a last resort. If you're willing to hurt Yubishan, you can always tell the information by force. She'll forget after the world line changes, won't she? In that case, I think it's a valid option. But only when compared to Mayuri's death. I hate myself for suggesting this. No, you're right. I need to consider every possible option. But I don't want to if there's any other choice. I'm not saying this for myself. From my perspective, when the world line changes, everything until that point becomes undone. But what about Lukaku's perspective? What if this world line continues after I leave it behind? The Lukaku on this world line will have to live with what I did to her. That possibly exists. She used to say that's not the case, but there's no way to be sure, and since I can't confirm or deny that possibility, I don't want to use Kurisu's last resort. Besides, I have the time leap machine, and as long as I have it, I can repeat the days before Mayuri's death forever. Of course, there's still the danger of a time leap failure. In any case, the first thing I should do is have an honest talk with a going question. I hear the tweeting of small birds outside the window. It's nice and cool in the early morning. No, cool early in the morning, even though it's the middle of summer. Too bad the sisters are already chirping. The sunlight's not too strong either. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. I was up all night thinking about Lukaku. Ah, there. It seems Mayuri has talked to Lukako at some point between when we talked to her and now. Mayuri enters the room and looks at me with a disapproving pout. She didn't say do. It's rare to see her in such a bad mood. You're early, it's still 8. Something happened today? I'm here to scold you, Okabe. She gives me a glare that's more cute and frightening. She's never been very good at getting angry. Mayuri's very disappointed in you. Mayuri puffs out her cheeks and thrusts a finger at me. What did I do? Maybe brainwaves would call to your head, Rintarō. You can't fool me, Okabe. You made Lukako cry, didn't you? How did you? Lukako told me. She said. Damn. Those two are close friends. I should have known Lukako would go to Mayuri first. Mayuri, it doesn't involve you. This is a serious, confidential matter involving the organization. It does too involve me. Lukako-chan is Miyushi's friend. If you don't tell me, we're not friends anymore, okay? I'm not gonna quit being a lab man. This is the first time I've ever seen Mayuri so angry. I'm not sure how to deal with this, honestly. Why do you say such a mean thing? I did it to save you, but I can't say that. I don't have it in me to tell this innocent girl that she's... Yeah. Come to think of it, it was a mistake to tell Lukako about Mayuri's murder. I did make sure to tell Lukako not to breathe a word of it. She's sharp, even though she's never seemed to be thinking anything. Yesterday you talked to Chris Can for a long time, didn't you? If something's wrong, you should talk to Miyushi, okay? I want to help too, okay? Now let's go apologise to Lukako-chan. Will you do that for me? Mayuri will come too. So that's... Okabe. Come now, Mayuri. Me. Worry. Don't be ridiculous. I am nothing to worry about. All I have is the hunger of chaos. I can tell Mayuri. I can't tell Mayuri, I can't. Even if Mayuri hates me for it. This seems awfully convenient. Okabe-san, I have something important to talk to you about. Please come to the shrine when you can. I'll be waiting. Please. I told her everything yesterday, including about Mayuri's death. Perhaps after sleeping on it, she finally decided to believe my story.
Yes.
Alright. I get up from the sofa. Where are you going? Miyushi's not done talking. I'm going to the Kaku's. No, that would just make it harder. I put my hands on Miyuri's shoulders. Please, take care of the lab while I'm gone. Miyuri's shoulders droop. She looks sad for some reason, but she lets me go. When I reach a shrine, I find Lukako standing alone in the courtyard. She's dressed in regular costume instead of her Miko garb. She still hasn't noticed me. Lukako stands in the silent courtyard. The only movement comes from the trees swaying in the summer breeze. It's like a scene from a movie. I stop and watch in fascination. Finally, Lukako turns around. Our eyes meet. I awkwardly clear my throat and walk towards her. Lukako bows her head. You came. Thank you. We stare at each other in silence. This is awkward. I can't stand silence, so I try to start the conversation. What did you tell to Mayuri? Sorry, but Mayuri-chan's the only one I could talk to about this. I mean, how much did you tell her? I kept most of it a secret, especially the stuff about her dying. That's a relief. Do you still think I'm joking? Lukako shakes her head. She believes me. You said you had something important to talk about. I'm trying to be gentle, but for some reason I wind up talking like Faris. I really don't know how to deal with Lukako now that she... yeah. Lukako takes a deep breath, as if to prepare herself. Her face is turning red for some reason. She opens her mouth to speak, then closes it again. This continues for several cycles. What's wrong with her? Don't you recall what Kurisu said? Kurisu said. Her tension's getting to me. My heart starts pounding like an alarm bell. Yes? Want to ask? Yes? About what you said yesterday? Yeah? I believe you. That's great. So she's willing to go back to being a guy even though I hurt her feelings? For her to believe me in spite of that makes me pretty happy. But something strange about Lukako. She still looks wound up pretty tight. In fact, it's gotten worse now. She looks on the verge of tears. So well, I exchange for becoming a guy again. In exchange, so she wants something in return. I wasn't expecting this. For today and tomorrow, we can stop before Mayuri-chan is in danger. But what is she talking about? My throat goes dry. I'm so tense I don't know why. So, please be my... I couldn't hear you. One more time? Lukako's voice was even softer than ever. So soft I couldn't hear her from here. Please be my boyfriend. No good, I still can't hear her. Speak up, I'll do anything I can. Boy and... What? Please be my boyfriend. What? Boyfriend. Yep. It takes me a while to process a word. Meanwhile, Lukako starts squirming and fidgeting. She refuses to look at me in the eye. My heart is pounding. What's going on? What did she say to me? Boyfriend? Boyfriend. Boyfriend. She wants me to be her boyfriend until tomorrow. What? No. Why? Without thinking, I ask the worst possible question. Lukako curls up even smaller. I like you. Her voice is as small as the buzzing of a mosquito, but has all the courage she can muster. Silence. More silence. Well, wait just a second. This is too sudden. I mean, maybe it's not sudden exactly. I've known about Lukako's feelings since yesterday, when Kurisu told me about the romance flag, but still, I didn't think it would come to this. My mind goes blank. I can't think straight. Lukako hangs her head waiting for my answer. She looks so cute and innocent, I feel myself drawn too. No. No. That's wrong. That's just wrong. I am not attracted to Lukako. I turn around and flee like a scared rabbit. I'm so embarrassed I can't look back. 10 minutes later, I got back to the lab. Mayuri's eating a red bean bun. Oh, Killeen, how did it go? Did you apologize to Luka-chan? Yeah. So, put the juicy chicken number 1 in the microwave and nuke it so that the email is basically A, B, C, and... Huh? The microwaves were developed by Knight of Roshikan Order who used alchemy, meaning that the sound of a chime is a brainwashing device while the chime itself actually doesn't have any meaning at all. Alchemy's broken. I muttered incoherently as I set up the time leap machine. What are you doing? Making a tactical retreat. How far do I go? As far as I can? Yeah, that's it. Far away from here. I jump all the way back to August 11th, the limit of the time machine's range. But you said it can only leave in 48-hour stints, didn't you say? Or maybe it can do 3 days. It can do more than 48 hours. When I'm done, Kurisu's standing before me, fiddling with the phone waves, wiring. Stop staring, you're distracting me. How many times do I have to tell you? She's still working on a timely machine upgrade. I knew I shouldn't interrupt her, but there's nobody else I could rely on. Genius neuroscientist, I need to talk to you. Make it short. I want you to come with me to Yanabashi Shrine. Tell me why. If there's a date or something, then I refuse. Hōōin Kyōma does not go on dates, much less with his assistants. Ridiculous. She's glaring. Let's leave the jokes aside for now. So, I need to explain the differences between the male brain and the female brain. What? I briefly explained my situation and what happened with Lukako before I leaped. How many times have I explained this to Kurisu now? A few fair tombs. I've been... Makasa, did you come to pray? Not exactly. Actually, we have something to talk to you about. This is a strategy I thought up. Its name is Operation Christina. Lukako reacts differently to me. I already know she'll have a breakdown if I tell her, yeah. But she's not too familiar with Kurisu, and they're both girls, so it should be easier if Kurisu tells her. That's why I'm persuaded Kurisu to handle it. So I wait behind Kurisu and watch silently. What might that be? Lukako was shy. He was distant with me back when we first met, and I can see she made a small wall between herself and Kurisu now too. On the other hand, Kurisu is very calm, truly reliable. Kurisu puts on a gentle smile and begins her explanation. Did you know? Male and female brains are very different. What? Hey. Male brains are right dominant. Female brains are left dominant. Yeah? By the way, the right brain handles imaging processing, spectral processing, and comprehensively judgment. The left brain handles things like language and calculation. The right and left brains are connected by the corpus callosum, which is more developed in the females. You know how people say that girls are better at multitasking? That can be explained by the development of the corpus callosum. What? What the hell is she talking about? These things are kind of fringe, but not really that credible. So if you don't mind, I'd like to do an experiment. An experiment? I want to try mapping your brain patterns to see if they're more female or male. What is mapping? Lukaku's clearly frightened. Brainwave mapping. We just take a sample of your brainwaves. Anyway, you understand if you try. Okay, it won't hurt a bit. No thanks. It'll be okay. I promise, it won't hurt a bit. Just come to the lab and we'll... I lightly chopped Kurisu on the head. What? Do you watch me? What did we come here for? What are you going to do if you scare Lukako away? Valuable test sub. Kurisu leaves the shrine with squared shoulders, muttering darkly to herself. Well, basically, do I have to explain it myself after? Not this again. The result is the same, of course. I hear the tweets and small words. Let's see, Mayuri's going to walk through the doors. Is it Mayuri? Yep.
オカリン、あ、いた。あのね、マユシーはオカリンにがっかりなのです。オカリンってば、ルカちゃんに相談されたんだよ。オカリン、
これから会いに行ってくるから案ずるな。
そうなの？よかった。オカリンが謝らないって言い出したらね、マユシーはオカリンと絶交するつもりだったんだ。
Hmm.
恋人に。
But this time I thought ahead.
クリスティーナ！クリスティーナ！
I started yelling at the development room and began to hear the sounds of someone moving inside.
クリスちゃん、寝てるの？徹夜なんだから。
クリスティーナ！
うるさいな。
Kusha comes out of the development room with sleepy eyes.
クリスちゃん。
Da-da-da. Last night she fell asleep at the desk. The sleeves of her clothes left a mark on her cheek. Her hair's frayed and her eyes are red. She rubs those red eyes.
なんなの？
What is it?
これから柳林神社に行く。オペレーションクリスティーナ2だ。
15日。
Until the 15th.
まゆりちゃんが。
We can stop before Mayuri-chan is in danger. So, please be my...
恋。恋人に。
He's got a couple of added that experiment. Yeah.
すまん。ちょっとだけ待ってくれ。
よう、リア充。
お前人の気も知らずに。何？今のルカ子の話聞いていたか？
今北産業。
聞いてなかったのか？
この動作じゃ聞こえるわけない。
告白15日まで。そしたら男に戻る。
何を言って。
だけど
どこが不満なの？あんなに可愛いの。
しかし男
本当は男だったなんて私から見れば彼女勘弁しなさいって。
Yep.
あいつ何のために連れてきたと。
今のって。
ん？あ、
そうですか。なんだか。
どこかで。
Is she applying psychological pressure?
それで。
Lukako fidgets restlessly.
さっきのお返事を。
A 4-day or try relationship. Will those 4 days feel long or short? I mean, sure, Lukako is cute. She's very slender and delicate, especially, yeah. Even when Lukako was a guy, I occasionally found myself mesmerized by her girlish demeanor. Biologically, but currently Lukako is a girl. So even if we do stuff, yeah. But still, I'm on a mission to change Lukako back into a guy. I need to accomplish that mission to save Mayuri. If I'm going out with a girl Lukako and fall in love with her, then will I be able to treat Lukako like I used to? If I forget he's a guy and lose my self-control, it could result in complications. Going out with a current Lukako isn't a problem. I mean, I still have my reservations, but cuteness is just as right. The real source of my hesitation is the thought of what happens afterwards. The problem isn't Lukako, but my own heart. Besides, I'm supposed to be saving Mayuri, not going out on dates. But on the other hand, Lukaku's cooperation is essential to save Mayuri. I won't get anywhere if I reject Lukako and make her cry. For the sake of my goal, I must overcome the problems of my heart. I'll do it. I'll take Lukaku's deal. But if we're going to do this, I'll tell myself, there's one rule that you must follow. You mustn't not fall in love with Lukaku. Even if it means trampling on her heart, you must fall in love. Fall in love and you could end up walking the forbidden path. Yeah. You don't forget it. Just don't forget it. Very well. Tears immediately fall from Lukaku's eyes. Oba-san? What? Lukaku wipes her tears away. Tomorrow a day. She means day. D-A-Y. Please take me on a... Okay. A date, true. When a couple goes somewhere together, that's called a date. It'll be... Yeah, it would be a dick move for if you used to go on a date right after we started going out. Okay, but where? Doesn't like she's got a place in mind. I want to go where you want to go, Okabe-san. I want to know more about the places you frequent, Obi-san. So in other words, she wants me to decide for her. It's really unfair to be so cute. People forgive you for anything you say. I scratched my head in thought. Then I'll come up with something by tomorrow. For now, I just want to get out of this sickening sweet atmosphere that's brewing. We arranged to meet tomorrow morning, then I quickly leave the shrine behind. I breathe a sigh of relief at the sparsity of pedestrians on Manashapi Bridge. Well, Kusa's walking behind me. She was completely useless. Did you agree to go out with her? Well, I kind of guessed based on Yushi's reaction. Wait, you saw that? You told me to watch, didn't you? Oh yeah, I was expecting her to give me advice. Guess I should have known better. We're going out on a date tomorrow. Yeah? Kusa makes a small nasal sound. She hasn't been making eye contact. Our insane mad scientist is dating a high school girl. That's not insane at all. That's normal. Must you always be so cynical? Let's just ignore her and get to the lab. But just as I quicken my pace, she grabs my shoulder and pulls me back. I almost fall down backwards. What was that for? Sorry, I didn't mean to be snippy. I'm just a little irritated. Kurisu doesn't tell me what she's irritated about. Instead, she starts rambling her Okay. You made this choice to save Mayuri, so I'll change my way of thinking too. Anyway, do you have any plans for your date tomorrow? Date plans? I told Lukaku I'll come up with something by tomorrow. So far, I've made no progress. I can't help but felt uneasy about the whole thing, even though I'm doing it to save Mayuri. Well, do you? This calls for Hōōin Kyōma. I have only one thing to say, assistant mine. And naturally, as a mad scientist, I have no interest in this thing mortals call love. My incredible brain is devoted to this. Okay. Pretend you didn't just hear that. Sorry. Like Miss Christina's... That's what I thought. Indeed, what's... Okay. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
ああ、君の中心でバージンと叫ぶ。18歳天才少女か。
I wouldn't be surprised to see it plastered across the blogosphere. Thankfully, it's early morning, but there are still a few pedestrians grinning at Kurisu. Let's get out of here. Kurisu starts to hurry away. What's important for a first date is to make a good impression. An unclean appearance is out of question. A haircut is especially important. Long hair looks dirty, so it's no good. For clothes, you should wear something exactly the right size. Though it may be trendy, especially in Akiba, for young men to wear baggy clothes, it is sloppy, so it's not good. Why exactly am I in a maid's cafe getting date advice from my younger assistant, who is also a girl? On the first date, conversation tends to break due to mutual nervousness. What's important is to play conversation catch. One-sided conversations aren't fun for the other side. Girls especially like to talk, so the guy should try to keep a conversation going. Not just by listening, throwing appropriate responses is also necessary. Responsiveness gives the girl the impression that you're really listening to her. Basically, you need to be the opposite of yourself. Anyway, focus on acting normal for now. No more of that idiotic laughter. You're too heavy-handed with girls. You talk too pompously. You fire off nonsensical delusions. You're gonna shout that out in a restaurant. Since neither of us knows anything about romance, we're studying out of a dating manual we brought on the way here. A fortress is judged by how many attacks it repulses. A soldier is judged by how many fortresses he takes. That's not saying. Don't look so proud of yourself. You're right, this is a dumb argument. Anyway, this dating manual actually says some pretty interesting things. Kurisu flips through the manual on top of the table. Like when we walk down the street, be sure to put yourself between your date and the road, or whatever you do. Don't make the girl pay for anything, okay? For your date tomorrow, make sure to follow all these rules. I wonder if I can really be that careful. And after that, there's carry a clean handkerchief. Spread it out when a girl goes out to sit on a park bench. I'm not her butler, but that's what the book says. When it's time to eat, avoid fast food of all kinds. Family restaurants and borderline acceptable. Everything else depends on your budget. Family restaurants are borderline. What are the family restaurants in Akiba? Arrive at the meeting place at least 15 minutes early. Tardiness is unacceptable. 15 minutes, yes, be there early. Then you need to decide where to take her. Movies, art galleries, strolling through town, and food all safe. I see, it's easier than I thought. I was under the impression that the first date required going to a beautiful beach resort, exchanging your first kiss, apart in the light of the setting sun and stuff like that. That's really romantic. I mean, yeah. That's the imagination of full throttle. You eat too. You too. Besides, your data. Yeah. That way lie forbidden lusts. Not to mention Lukako is such an innocent girl. If I brought her to a hotel, she'd probably faint from shock. That's about covers it. Well, was my lecture helpful? You mean the manual's lecture? Anyway, strolling around the town counts as a date. In that case, I don't have to waste money. Nya, Kyōma, are you going on a date, Nya? Faris comes to our table, carrying drinks. Thanks for waiting. I'll prepare your iced coffee, Nya. As usual, she pours in milk and syrup right in front of me. Kurisu watches this with great interest. I guess this is her first time at a maid's cafe. Is Miyushi the lucky girl, Nya? Faris winks at me playfully while stirring Kurisu's iced coffee.
なぜそこで迷
Why
う
would you think that?
はにゃ
Not hernia, then.
じゃあ
Faris looks at Kurisu.
この子なの
Is it hernia?
いやこいつは
No,
女子
she's my assistant. Just go tag along with it, Kurisu. It'll help you. Kurisu and I exchange glares sharper than a sword's blade. I swear sparks are flying.
じゃあ別の
Then some other girl? Yeah? Kyōma, you tomcat. You're making moves on too many girls. So you're making moves on too many girls, huh?
何をバカ
What nonsense. Well, I guess I did hug Faris. Mayuri, you seemed down lately, Okabe. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard? But that was on the 14th, so when I time leaped on to the 12th, it was undone. I shake off a pain of loneliness and return to the conversation. The next day finds me strolling around the next day finds me strolling around Akabe with Lukako. And that, folks, is where we're going to end off this episode here. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and we shall see each other within the next time of Steins Gate, where this lovely couple is going to have their conclusions. Let's just say that. Anyways, folks, take care of yourselves and have a wonderful day.